Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to be back with you in just a little bit. You're going to be doing science independently with a person who is watching the room for just a little bit for me. So, what you're going to do for today is you're going to go into Gizmos. You're going to watch this whole video first, and then you're going to go back and do the gizmos. And if you need to keep this open in a separate tab, you can do that so you can come back to this anytime and look through the directions of what you're going to be doing today. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Gizmos, and here's the name and the spelling of it. So again, you can open a new tab so that you can type in the name Gizmos. You can pause the video so that you can do that and then come back here if you have trouble signing in. So to help you sign in, I wanted to give you the names and the passwords and things that you might need if some of you forgot to save yours or whatever. So the class roster is here, and I'm going to show you the passwords for all of you. So for most of you, it's just your number and your number. There's a few of you that are going to need to pause the video here so you can look up your username and password so that you can get logged in. Again, you can come and rewind or move along from this if you already can get signed in. Of course, you don't need to be stuck on this part of the video. You can move past it if you saved your username and password. But if you need it, you can come and look at it so that you can get signed in. Okay, so I'm going to give you a chance to see everybody's so that you can get signed in for you. Here is the enrollment code if someone is not a part of the class already. And once you are signed in, you are going to choose the gizmos called Properties of Matter. It's a STEM case. And we're going to be looking at this. So if you'll listen to me just a little bit, I'm going to kind of explain to you what you're going to do. You're going to pretend like you're a part of the Secret Service, and you have arrested some suspects who are accused of counterfeiting coins from the year 1915. And those coins are worth $50,000 a piece. So some way or another, they made some coins look like the real 1915 coins worth $50,000. They took some average pennies or whatever, and they made them look like they were coins worth $50,000 a piece. So what did they do? So the students, you are going to act as a forensic scientist to investigate the crime scene and evidence. You're going to learn about the properties of matter to recreate the methods used to make coins as evidence for the trial. So what you're going to be doing is you today are going to pretend like you are that investigator. Now, I have a teacher version, so I can click through thing, but you guys are going to go through the whole thing. So again, you'll have your tab open with your gizmo open. You can listen to the video and do the work as you go. So this says you're a forensic scientist working in the Secret Service laboratory. The Secret Service was established in 1865, and it investigates the counterfeiting or faking of United States money. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to click on Next on your gizmo. So you can pause this video and go through and watch things. And then when you're ready, you can go to Evidence 1. And you're going to read these. So it looks like they're $50 gold coins from the year 1915. So you're going to read through these as you go, and then you can pause the video as you read through them and then come back to the video. So go ahead to the gizmos now and read through all these things. And they'll pop up after you read each of them. Okay, you should have already gone through evidence 1, so now you're ready to prepare. It says, as a forensic scientist, your job is to find out how the suspects made the fake coins. You're going to do research first. So stop right here from this portion, and you're going to click on Handbook, and you're going to go through the handbook. So what you're going to do is you're going to read through, and then there's a Next button down here. There it is. And so you can click here. You're going to read, then click as you go, and there are some places where you have to answer some questions. So I'm going to let you go through all of that. You're going to go through the whole handbook. So pause this as you go through your handbook. go all the way through. Again, I can click through because I have the teacher version. You're going to need to go through. When you finish, you're going to go back to case, and then you're going to click back on this video so you can hear the rest of it. So go ahead and pause this video and go through your handbook. All right, so the first piece of evidence you looked at said that the coins were regular $50 gold pieces from the year 1915. And what they did was they took blank copper coins, just like pennies, and they found a machine that could make them replicate them. So they realized that because they cut through one of the gold pieces and saw that it was copper on the inside. And they also realized that maybe first they could have changed them to silver and then painted them gold. So they're not sure what they did to the copper. Some way or another, they got them to be gold, but they're really not sure what happened. So they're going to do, they're going to look at more evidence. And so first you're going to look at copper coins and coins that look silver. So you go to your Gizmos and click through evidence 2. And then when you're ready, we'll talk about experiment 1. So pause the video and go through evidence 2. All right, so you're ready for experiment 1. So we're going to go to experiment 1 now. And it says in the suspect's lab notebook, it says they first made the copper coins look silver. So they found the bad guy's notebook, and it said in it that they made the copper coin look silver. And then they made it look gold. So we're going to start with the first part. And so you're going to figure out what they did by going through experiment 1. And so it tells you what to do where it says copper to silver. You're going to click that, and you're actually going to watch what happens. And when you're finished with that, then you'll come back to the video. So pause the video and go look at your Gizmo now. All right, now for analysis 1, you either put yes or no. And then for the zinc layers, you then will do the experiment if you have not already, and watch what they did when they added the silver. That's what the zinc layers is when they tried to make that copper penny look silver. All right, if you have not done that part, pause this and go work on that right now. Okay, and then you're going to come back and collect data. And so you're going to weigh these coins and see if they're the same or different, and going to answer some questions. So you can pause the video and go back to that on the Gizmos and answer the questions. All right, now we're on our hypothesis. So we're going to hypothesize here. There are 2 possible things that happened. And so we're going to look at the first hypothesis and the second hypothesis, and I want you to decide on which one do you think. You're going to type that in. So you're going to read through those, explain which one of those you think is what happened, and then you're going to do the second experiment to see if you were right or not. So pause the video, and then you're going to go to experiment 2. So you're going to fill this part out, and then you're going to go to experiment 2, and then you can start playing the video again once you have finished experiment 2. So go to your Gizmos and work on experiment 2. So you did a test to predict. You did a gold paint test, and then you looked at your results and realized which of the hypotheses were correct. And now you're going to look at experiment 3. So for experiment 3, you got to figure out what exactly they did. So in just a moment, you're going to do that. So if you'll take a look for just a second, did they make the copper coin look silver than gold? Did they add layers of zinc? So we're going to figure out what they did to mix the copper, this brown part right here, and the zinc together. So we're going to figure out how they did that. So you're going to pause this video, and you're going to go to analysis 3, and you're going to answer the question, and then come back here when you're ready for the review. All right, so we're ready for the review now. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through this review state just to see if you understand what has happened. So it's basically saying mixing the zinc and copper, the silver and the brown, the penny color, makes it look kind of like an alloy. It's a mixture of both. It looks kind of gold when you mix the copper, the penny color, and the silver, the zinc. It makes it look like gold. And then you're going to watch it heat up. So pause this video as you click here to increase the temperature to see how they did it. Okay, so once you are finished and you're ready for your conclusion, then you're going to go back to the gizmo in just a minute. So if you have not done the heat part, pause this so you can do it, and then we're going to look at the conclusion. All right, so for the case summary, you're going to answer some questions to make sure that you understood. So basically what has happened is they take a penny or a copper-looking coin, and then they add in zinc or silver, and that brownish copper and that silver zinc mixed together to make a gold-looking coin. And so you're going to answer the questions. What evidence was found in the warehouse, and you can go back if you need to, and then how did we find out that the gold paint was not used? Which part of the experiment did you realize it wasn't gold paint? It was a mixture of the zinc and the alloy. And then how was the matter of the coins changed to make them look silver and then gold? To explain about the copper and then adding the zinc and how that made it look gold. All right? And then your report has been sent as evidence. So you can pause this video and kind of go through the rest of this, and then you can play back when you're ready to do case completed. All right, so for the further evidence, where you clicked for further evidence, you could go to an article to show how this actually has happened before, how criminals have taken regular coins and then modified them, changed them to make them look like really expensive coins. So the case has been completed. You have completed your properties of matter. I'm really proud of you guys. This was a pretty cool STEM research project, and if you have time, if I'm still not back and you're still working, you can go through and look at some of the vocabulary words that you could have used during your STEM project, and so you can click on those and see. And then if you still have more time after that, then you can go to your iExcel sessions for 4th grade math, and you have some L, some S, and some T sessions to be working on, and you can try to get at least 80s on those, and I'll give you your papers back in just a few minutes to check those off. So I hope you guys were awesome today. I hope you enjoyed this STEM case. It was a lot of fun. I actually went through it right before I did this video and did it on myself, and I really didn't know exactly what to expect when I started. So it was a fun learning experience, and it was a lot more fun than just listening and taking notes. I felt like I was an actual investigator for this project. So see you guys in just a few minutes.